insulin massage. A lot of similarities.
I did a good one. Yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh. There's a lot of similarities. I've been talking with someone who is training in California right now for it. So there's a lot of philosophical similarities for sure. So once you get the person on your back, this is a very important moment because this is where people feel very exposed, very vulnerable. And so you have to be very honorable. And with Lomi, it's all heart-centered work. So there's lots of crazy hugging type movements.
Awesome. There's a lot of love.
Yeah. Lots of aloha.
You feel love here?
I do. It's beautiful. That's beautiful. He feels the grease too. I do.
There's the shower.
He knows what you want. Do you typically play music?
I do. I play music. Sometimes I play drum music, chanting, Hawaiian music, of course. Hawaiian chanting. I even play like experimental like rock and roll music, like just kind of whatever.
Mood you're in?
Yeah, well, whatever.
Or with the client?
I go with my inspiration. You know, I don't overdo it. I really like this, so I'm going to play it. I'll try to engineer it for them as much as possible. And of course, we would have already had the table nice and greased up. So.
You do back first, so.
Yeah.
Last chiropractor I went to in the military, they had a new table that it was a hydro table. It did water jets, meaning water application was laying just like Carol did. And it did like a rolling sensation, kind of like what you're doing, but from here all the way up to the head. It was amazing. Have you seen or heard of that?
I've been on one at just like a tanning.
No, this was, the old table they had was kind of the conventional rollers. They had flexion on prior before doing the adjustment. When I got back from overseas and went on it last year, we had this new hydro table.
I think the outpatient clinic has one. They did one Wednesday.
10 minutes of that and get an adjustment. That's what that kind of reminds me of, is that rolling sensation.
What does it feel like, Bill?
Amazing.
Like anything we've done?
No. I think the forearm stretching that we learned to the back is about as close as you could get, but it's like being on a waterbed.
I encourage you all to start looking at YouTube, looking up Lomi, because you can learn a lot from it. Now, if you can get interested in it, then I'm a teacher. It's going to be very awesome.
So then, when you pass over like a trigger point or anything, can you feel that?
I always move off of, like if I'm going over around where the kidneys are, I move up or off. If I pass over what?
A trigger point.
Oh, trigger point, sorry. Yeah. Sometimes I answer questions that I make up myself in my head. Yeah, I can always feel it with the pad.
Yeah.
Well, that's very important too. It's not this. This is what we're trained in massage, big time. But it's always, this is the tool. You know, and you may catch me doing that from time to time, but it's only if maybe I find a really, really tough trigger point, and it's only if I've given it a lot of this first to warm it up and really get it going, and then kind of open it up with the arms. That's okay then, but it's always this is your tool. That's what they call it, cuckoo. Because I was wondering when someone was going to ask me, aren't you going over the kidneys? Aren't you not supposed to?
We know it's not a big deal.
Okay.
I don't feel like people are doing
I'm not. I've definitely picked a challenge for one of my favorite techniques. So it's just opening up the heart. Very, very important for opening the heart.
That feels amazing.
Jealous?
I'm very jealous.
So now with the woman, so you've got the
Right in the middle.
drape
You have
over.
to be like right in the middle and move over.
Yeah.
And you'd have to really say, you know, like I work at a spa right now, and a lot of this stuff I can't do, unfortunately. But you know, if I've been working on the client for a long, long time, I might say, you know, you could really benefit from opening up this area of your chest. And you know, I'm just going to go right here on the top. I'm going to move slightly over. You know, keep you draped at the same time. And I just explain what I'm going to do. And so you're kind of pushing up.
But they have to consent first and be okay with that. I am totally fine with that because it's my husband. So I'm like, let's do this. Let's get serious. I want this all opened.
But that would probably at some point be really, really good for people who have gone through.
It's amazing.
A bunch of allergy issues people have, constantly coughing and, you know, just throwing their ribs out of place. And just,
Well, extra estrogen builds up
yeah.
for women especially.
And, you know, just tapping on the sternum can do all sorts of good things. You don't want to do too much because it's very stimulating as well.
Stimulate that parasympathetic. Absolutely.
Uh-oh.
Heather's laughing.
I know. It feels really good.
Are your hands flat on his guts? Are your hands flat?
I'm working along the back.
Paraspinal. He's basically just got a flat hand.
If you were,
and
if
lifting.
I were stronger, I should say, I would be lifting from here all the way. I don't get to do this technique a lot in the spas, so I don't get to exercise doing this a lot. So there's some shame that I don't get to do this on every single person.
Anything I have to worry about?
And you can do a lot of assessment, like I just found something right there. So you could see how the kahunas would eventually figure out everything that was wrong with the body just by doing a thorough massage. And then your strokes always go on the inside, on the outside of the leg, and all the way on the inside, right here. So. And slower, of course. Not like high tide, like low tide.